What is a social network platform? Think of it as a virtual house. It is made up of all the places you might be online: Facebook, Twitter, your website, your blog, Google+, LiveJournal, and all sorts of other places that you might hang out online. Why do you want a platform? To build relationships, to have followers, to sell books or other products or services. Is being on a social network networking? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on what you're doing on the network. Are you building relationships? Are you playing games? Are you doing things? So it could be networking. It could be wasting time. You could be just playing with your friends and having fun. Networking. Who are you trying to reach when you network? Trying to reach authors or other people in your business? Trying to reach readers or others who will buy your product or service? When might you want to network with others in your business? What do you want from others in your business? When might you want to network with others in your business? When you need support, when you have questions, when you are looking for answers for how to do something that you may not yet know how to do. What do you want from others in your business? Answers to questions, support, how to find resources. You may want to refer someone to someone else who has knowledge you don't have or who lives in a different geographic area. So networking with others in your business is different from networking with people who will buy your product. You don't want to spend as much time networking with others in your field because they aren't your real target market. They aren't your real audience. Your target market. It's really important you know your target market because everything you are doing when you are doing social networking, when you are writing your book, is based on your target market. And everything you do social networking should be geared towards that. So you always want to be thinking, what steps can you take to reach your target market? And when you're social networking, what are you doing to reach them? Blogging. What topics is your target market going to be interested in, both for your book or your service, as well as in general? Facebook, what you want to talk about and share that will reach your target market. Twitter, you're going to talk about and share different information on each of the social network tools. What you share to reach your target market will be slightly different because of the way that tool is used in general. So blogging, you might write a large article on something related to your topic. On Facebook, you might share that article or you might not. On Twitter, you might share little bits and pieces, just little words. But you might also share more personal information on Twitter, just a little bit about what you did for the weekend or something that's more personal. What do you want from your followers? The whole reason of building a relationship is so that your followers will help you sell your books, sell your product, sell your service for you. So what you want for your followers is for them to want to share your blog, for them to suggest to people that they follow you, for them to spread word of mouth about your book, your product, your service. So you're looking to build this relationship that's two-way. Your followers want to help you. So you need to make sure that the information that you're putting out on your blog, that you're doing on Facebook, you're doing on Twitter, you're doing on LiveJournal, you're doing on Google+, is adding value for them and making them want to share those pieces of information with people they know to make that group larger, and so that eventually when it's time for you to market a new book or a new product or your service, they will do your marketing for you. What don't you want to do when you're networking? You don't want to spam people. You don't want to be posting 18, 20, 30 times, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. It really annoys people. They will eventually unfriend you. They're certainly not going to recommend you to their friends. You don't want to, when someone just friended you, send them a message that says, thanks for friending me. Check out my blog. Buy my book. Chances are they're never going to think about you again. Even if they stay friends, you're not going to be someone they want to help because you made the first contact about you, not about them. You don't want to make most of your contact with someone else to be about you. You want to be showing them the value you can add to them so that they want to help you. If it's all about you, they're not going to be interested in helping you. You haven't given them a reason to. Rules to follow in social networking. There's a rule called the 80-20 rule. 80% of what you post should not be about you. It should be hints, tips, things of interest to your followers, and it should be helping to promote others. So if you're writing cookbooks, you want followers, you shouldn't be advertising your cookbook, but you should be posting hints and tips for like how to prepare vegetables and how to clean vegetables and how to clean your kitchen to decrease the chance of spreading germs and that sort of thing. And you should also be promoting other people's cookbooks, so other people with cookbooks will want to promote your cookbook. So only 20% of what you post should be, hey, check out my new cookbook. Check out this great book trailer about my cookbook and tell me what you think. Do not argue with your critics. Learn to ignore them. If someone gives you a bad review or says something negative on any of your social networks or Amazon or wherever it is you're selling your book or your product or your service, just ignore them. Don't respond to them. The more you respond, the more you blow things up, the worse you look in the eyes of all your followers. And before long, the followers that support you will stop supporting you because you look like the bad guy. Be able to describe your book, your product, your service using Felicia Slattery's strategies. She has a great short little how to do a speech and how to get your parts across, and if you use her ideas, you'll be in better shape online, and they work great with social networking because you can use a bit of your speech every day, either in your tweet or on your Facebook or even on your blog. You need a blog, a website geared to your target market, and you have to blog regularly. You can't blog just when you feel like it. You have to blog, every Monday or the first Monday of every month or, something that people can rely on so they know when to go and take a look at it. Not everyone wants to be getting your blog in their email. While they may have it set to go to their wall on their Facebook, they may not always see it, so they may want to know what day to go and look at your blog. So you have to blog regularly. And you need your blog to be, again, at your target audience. So the topic should be of things that interest them. You should pick 2 other social network tools to focus on, and no more than 2. Or you will be so overwhelmed you won't be able to give any of them the attention you need. People will leave you posts, they'll leave you comments, you'll never get back to them. You need to be aware of the difference from when you're networking and when you're hanging out with your friends. It's okay to spend additional time on social networking than when you're working. You just need to know the difference between when you're working and when you're playing. A lot of people get very overwhelmed with their social networking, and it's because they're spending a lot of time playing when they think they're working. So the things to keep in mind at all times when social networking is who's your target market. Make sure the topics you're discussing are valid and relevant for your target market. To make sure you know the difference between when you're playing and when you're goofing off and when you're actually working. To make sure that you get your target market involved. That means ask questions, start discussions. It's okay to be a bit controversial, but don't get in arguments over criticism.